It's Dr. Muso. Today we want to talk about Hitler who came to power in Germany in 1933. So when he came to power in Germany in 1933, there were some people who were part and parcel of his government. So we want to see those people who helped Hitler to establish his despotism in Germany. So Hitler now, we see that he established himself as the chancellor. He was responsible about everything that was taking place in Germany when he rose to power in 1933. There was also this man who was called Ernest Röhm. Ernest Röhm, we see that he was a leader in the party of Hitler. Part of Hitler, which was called a Nazi. He was an important leader in that party, which was so dominant during the time of Hitler, out of Hitler. There was also a Göring. Göring, we see that he was also a leader in the Gestapo. The Gestapo, the party that Hitler yet to introduce in the country. We also have got Joseph Goebbels, who was the minister of propaganda. This guy was a funny guy. He believed that if lies were told every time, if you told lies each and every time, those lies eventually became a truth. So he bombarded people with propaganda. He always influenced people with propaganda. He was always spreading about Nazism in Germany, and people ended up believing that Hitler was Baba, Hitler was the Messiah, who is the only person who was in a position of revamping, bringing good reforms in Germany. This guy called Joseph Goebbels. So in the newspapers, it was always Hitler, Hitler, Hitler. Televisions, it was always Hitler, Hitler, Hitler. And even the greetings for people, they changed. If I met you, before saying anything, you were supposed to say, Hail Hitler. You also say, Hail Hitler, how are you, how are you? Then if we also met anyway, Hail Hitler, how are you, how are you? That was the situation in the radios, on televisions. Before introducing yourself, you were supposed to say, Hail Hitler. It's knowing now Muso. So it was Hitler and Hitler and Hitler. So that is what we call propaganda. And this was brought by Joseph Goebbels. The songs that were played on radios, Hitler, 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 Hitler. It was Hitler and Hitler, Hitler. Eating, sleeping, doing anything. Hitler in Germany. It was brought by Joseph Goebbels. There was also a Muller, who was the chief of operations. He played a significant role during the time of Hitler. There was also Weimar Bester, who was a jurist. He was also so important, this jurist by the name Weimar Bester. There was also Robert Ley, who was the leader of the Labour Party. We are talking about that party which was supposed to represent the interest of workers. He was so instrumental. There was also Himmler. Himmler was also the leader, one of the leaders of the Gestapo. There was also Stewart Squett, who was also responsible for economical revamping, economical revival. Hitler introduced so many economical reforms that were meant to benefit the people in the country. Commerce and industry being started in the country. The Bank of Germany giving loans to the people. You also talk about the issue of expansion in terms of industrialization. All these reforms, they were brought by this man. Then von Schirach, he was also responsible for the youth movement. Parades, they were introduced. The youth, they were now parading, singing songs of Hitler, marching, praising Hitler. So you also talk about sloganism. Viva, viva, viva Hitler, viva, viva, viva Hitler. The youth now being encouraged to be obedient, to emulate, to also become future leaders. The youth revival being brought by this man. He was responsible for the youth in Germany. So these were the officials who were in Hitler's government during the time of Hitler when he came to power in 1933. Thank you so much. It's Dr. Muso.